Welcome to the American Red Cross National Dispatch Phone System Training. The Red Cross responds to nearly 70,000 single and multifamily fires each year. Most of these responses start as a phone call from an emergency response agency, usually from a fire, police, or sheriff department, or 911. The process of receiving, triaging, and dispatching a call to a local response team is known as dispatch. Dispatch has several components: call agents, a database, and a phone system. The phone system used for dispatch is called Transera. Using Transera requires a 10-digit cell phone, a desk phone or a landline, and a computer with internet access. Transera allows dispatch supervisors to monitor call volume and call types in real time while being able to pull powerful real-time reports. Transera allows call agents to work from anywhere, and it also allows for call recording. This training focuses on how a call agent can most effectively use Transera. Let's examine the controls and indicators in the agent desktop window. In example 1, the agent status is in the idle state and there is no caller on the line. The agent information appears near the top of the window, and below that there are two tabs for two telephone lines. Next is the status bar. The status bar displays the telephone's present activity along with an icon to the left and a timer to the right. At the bottom is a selection panel. When no call is connected, the agent has the option of either remaining idle or being available to take a new call. Remember that idle is the default state when the agent first logs in. And say if during your workday you want to go to the idle state, use the idle drop-down button and select the reason, for example, to take a break. In example 2, a call is connected on line 1 and you, the agent, called a consultation on line 2. The green telephone icon in the status bar indicates that the agent is currently connected to a phone call, and details of both lines will appear in the window. The selection panel in this window is for an active call and indicates that the dispatch call is engaged directly with the agent. The icons at the bottom are control buttons to call a consult, to conference calls, to transfer calls, to place a call on hold, and to take a call off hold. To begin taking calls, you must click on Go Available. Remember, the default status is idle whenever you first log on to Transera, and idle means that you are not available to take a call. When a call is coming through to your station, the Call button on the Line 1 tab changes from gray to flashing yellow, and the yellow phone icon appears in the status bar. As soon as you answer the phone, the reserved status changes to connected, and you are now connected to the caller. At the beginning of the call, ask the caller for their zip code and enter the zip code in the correct box. When a call is on hold, the tab for line 1 and the phone icon in the status bar both will turn red. To return to the caller, click the Resume button found at the bottom right. Consulting, transferring, and conferencing calls. There are several ways to transfer, consult, or conference a call using Transera. In most cases, agents will dial an external phone number. To do so, click on the DN radio button and then enter the telephone number. When you select the DN radio button, notice the consult button and transfer button both become active. Click the transfer button to initiate a blind transfer to the call entered in the DN space. Clicking the consult button will place the caller on hold and will simultaneously initiate a call to the dialed number seen in line 2. When a party answers the consult call, the conference button and the transfer button become active. To hang up on the consulting party, use your own physical phone to hang up and then click Resume to get the line 1 caller off hold. Clicking the conference button will merge the two lines. Notice the two green phones in the status bar. This confirms the call is in conference mode. If you need to remove yourself from the conference, click the transfer button. The caller and the external party will now remain connected to each other. Once a phone call is complete, Hang up your physical phone and your screen will turn to the wrap-up mode. At this point, you have the choice to go available for the next call or to remain idle after the call is finished. To remain idle after the phone call, click the idle checkbox. In the wrap-up drop-down box, select the reason you wish to wrap up the call. When you choose to remain idle, you will next see a set of wrap-up options. Select the appropriate wrap-up option, and now you will remain in idle status. Agents should use the idle state before leaving their desk or placing an outbound call that is not dispatch related. Placing an outgoing call. When in the idle state, enter a valid 10-digit phone number in the call out field. Then click the yellow bell icon in the lower right corner. The status bar will display an outgoing call is reserved. When your physical phone rings, pick it up and wait for the party to answer. When the party answers, the status bar will show that your call is connected. Should you need to cancel the call before the party answers, click the bell with the red X in the lower right corner. In order to log off, your status must be in the idle mode. Select the appropriate option in the idle drop-down box. Then click the log off buttons in the upper right-hand corner. There are a few operational procedures to remember. Agents must be provided with the appropriate URL and login information, and know the phone number where they are sitting. The phone numbers should only be entered as numeric and without dashes. If you need additional help or have questions using Transera, click on the blue and white help icon in the upper right-hand corner of the window. This concludes our training tutorial.